Hello, it's time to talk unit circle, one of my favorite things. Okay, before we talk unit circle, we got to review our triangles. So we've got a 30, 60, 90. Okay, the sides of the triangle, the opposite is 1, the hypotenuse is 2, across from 60 is root 3. I'm going to draw that triangle again, only I'm going to do it this way. Is 60, 30, right triangle. Opposite 30 is 1, 2, root 3. Remember, the small side's always opposite the small angle. So 1's the smallest side, so it's opposite 30. And then we got a 45, 45, 90. And they're 1, 1, root 2. Okay? Those you got to know. Quick. The other thing we need to think about is our favorite angles. Well, we'll get to those. All right, so here's a unit circle. If I start here, go halfway around my circle, I get over here to 180 degrees. Okay, I swing all the way around, I'm back to 360 degrees. Up here is 90 degrees. And down here is, 90 is 270. I don't think in degrees anymore, so. All right, our goal on a unit circle is to change all those degrees into radians and go around the circle. So 0 degrees is still 0 radians. Okay, those are 0 and 0. 90 degrees, because remember this is pi. If you go halfway around the circle, it's pi. And then you're back to 2 pi. You went halfway to pi, so this is pi over 2. And this is 3 pi over 2. It's 3 halves, okay? If you go halfway between 0 and 90, this is 45. Halfway between here, you add 45, so that's 135. Halfway between here, you add 45, so that's 225. And here you add 45, and you get 315, okay? We want to turn those into in terms of radians. Halfway between 0 and pi over 2 is pi over 4. Okay, and so that's 1 pi over 4, 2 pi over 4. This is 3 pi over 4. 4 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, 6 pi over 4, 7 pi over 4, and 8 pi over 4. Well, 8 pi over 4 is the same as 2. All right. All right, now we divided my circle. Let's change colors. This line and this one didn't go straight. I divided it into thirds, okay? So this is a pi over 3, and this is 2 pi over 3. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. 3/3 reduces to a half. 4/3. 5/3. 6 pi over 3 is 6/3. Is that right? Oh, something's wrong. 1 pi third, 2 thirds, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3, 6/3. That should be 2 pi. What am I doing wrong? A third, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3, 6/3 is 2 pi. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Something's wrong. At the bottom here. I got this. I didn't divide pi. There you go. Erase that. Use your new brain. Okay. This is a 1/6, okay? Because there's 6 of these. I got to draw the rest of these from here to here. And here to here. There's 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is pi over 6. This is 2 pi over 6, which is pi over 3. 3 pi over 6, which is pi over 2. And this is 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4 sixths, which is 2 pi over 3. This is 5 pi over 6, 6 pi over 6, 7 pi over 6, 8 pi over 6, which reduces to 4 pi over 3, 5, 8, 6, this is 9 pi over 6, 10 pi over 6, which is 5 pi over 3. This is 11 pi over 6. Okay, so you went all the way around the circle. All right. Now, the other thing to keep up with is that this is a sixth of 180. So 180 divided by 6 is 30 degrees, right? So this is 30 degrees. And this is 60 degrees. And this is 120 degrees. And this is 150 degrees. And you add 30, so this is 210. You add 30 is 240. And you add 30, so this is 300. And this is 330. So now you've got degrees and radians all the way around your unit circle. All right, now we're going back to our circles. If I may turn this into a triangle, like this. This is the 30 degrees in the triangle. So that this right there really, hang on, we'll put it up here so that we know it's not inside my circle. Okay, so this is the 30, 60, 90 triangle. If I do it in green, not that green, this green, 60. So this side is 1, this side's 2, this is root 3. Well, we call this a unit circle because the radius is 1. All right, so from here to here is 1. So if this is 1, I have to divide that by 2, this by 2, and this by 2. This represents the x distance. This represents the y distance. All right, if it was on a coordinate plane. So my the ordered pair right here is root 3 over 2 and 1/2. All right, I'm going to come back and erase the green. Because I want to do it again. Okay, I'm going to erase this pink too. All right. So I'm going to draw this one instead. This angle right here is 60 degrees. This is 30. So opposite is 1. Hypotenuse is 2. This side is root 3. Okay, this is my triangle. Remember, it's a unit circle, so this length should be 1. So you got to divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. And my ordered pair here is 1/2 root 3 over 2. Okay, this represents the cosine, which is x, and this represents the sine, which is y. All right, I can do the same thing. Sorry, let's get rid of this one. Okay, and let's do it again with my 45. So the sides are 1, 1, and root 2. Remember, this has to be 1, so I divide by root 2. So my ordered pair right here is 1 over root 2 and 1 over root 2. Now, I always memorized it as root 2 over 2 because you clean it up. When you multiply top and bottom by root 2, you get root 2 over 2. I don't care. You can do it either way. Okay? These triangles repeat themselves over here. This is my 30, 60, 90. Okay? So these values go over here, root 3 over 2 and 1/2. The difference is my x value is negative right now. This one repeats right here. So these values go here. It's 1/2 and root 3 over 2. That's a parenthesis. You can't tell that's a parenthesis, sorry. And they're negative. These go right here. Man, there's too much stuff. Gonna have to get rid of my triangle. That should be 3 pi over 4. And the ordered pair here is 1 over root 2 and 1 over root 2. But it's negative because your x's in this quadrant, right? If that's the third quadrant, are negative. Okay, those triangles repeat down here. So these values go here. You have root 3 over 2 and you have 1/2. They're both negative in the third quadrant. This is 1 over root 2 and 1 over root 2. They're both negative. And this is 1/2 and root 3 over 2. And they're both negative. Okay, this repeats down here. This is root 3 over 2 and 1/2. This time the y's are negative. I mean the y's negative, sorry, that's here. This is 1 over root 2 and negative 1 over root 2. This is 1/2 and negative root 3 over 2. So now you got those things going around your circle. Now we have to worry about these. If I just made a plain grid, and I went out 1 unit this way, and 1 unit this way, 1 unit this way, and 1 unit this way, the ordered pair right here is 1, 0. So that's what goes right here. This is 1, 0. Okay, at the top, your x is 0, y is 1. X is 0, 0, y is 1. You go over here, you're at negative 1, 0. And here you're at 0, negative 1. And you've now labeled your whole unit circle. You need to have that memorized. You should be thinking in terms of radians. Okay, think in radians, not degrees. So you should know all of these all the way around the circle. You need to know your sine cosines, the cosine sine every angle, all right? Know where the positive and negative. That's your goal for today, is to be able to fill out that unit circle very quickly. And pretty soon we're going to do mad minutes, where I ask you, what's the cosine of 4 pi over 3? And you're going to say negative 1/2, and you're not even going to have to think about it because you're going to know it, okay? You need to be able to convert between 30 degrees and pi over 6 quickly, 45 and pi over 4, 60 and pi over 3, etc. All right? We'll talk more in class on the Zoom.